Fix proudly presents The Fix.
Yo, people, welcome to what is the first episode of our new podcast. So, what I call it? The Fix Podcast.
Nightly Fix.
Nightly Fix presents
the Fix Podcast.
There we go. Because branding is important.
It's very important.
Indeed, so.
Key.
Well, there though, people. What are going? You have returned.
Nari, you miss me?
Not really.
I don't miss you either, nigga.
Sad, but for sure, the thirsty brother them, whatever and I convince them, they miss you still. I'm sure of that.
I miss talking. I miss talking to people. I miss, talking about what's happening in dancehall. Yeah, it's been a rough couple of months. It's been a month. It's been an official month.
I don't miss some of that. Like,
Why?
I'm kind of glad for not talking about some of the fuck.
I don't feel so much pressure, but sometimes when people want to engage in conversation, and I'm like, bruh.
Like, so I think that I say I go and I say,
I don't
God,
care.
I'm not there ear, because I'm not to talk about this.
I don't care. I don't care.
Like I said, but thank God. So I'm not to talk
like
about
what?
this.
Like what? Let's review.
Yeah, we're there on live to bless up people on the live. Hey. So we're there like the first 15 minutes of this on the live and then we're cut off. Alright? Like what you say?
Like what, yeah.
We're gonna get in a summit still, but more
people on the live, what no one we talk about? Like what were some of the things that we missed that you'd love to hear our opinions on? Because this podcast is really is going to be focused on us and our opinions. Of course, if we can get some guests to come through, we're going to have them. We need more equipment, first of all. So if you want to donate to the cause, no problem. But yeah, this podcast is going to be about us sharing our opinions and being as objective as we possibly can. Yeah, as we usually are. So whatever we missed for the past month that you'd want us to talk about, send in the comments and we'll talk about it.
But we know we know the people them actually want us to talk about.
What?
Why are we off the air?
Dun dun dun.
Because we just dropped that video there out of nowhere. Some people don't even know yet. Like there's still some people out there messaging me say, "Oh, I can get an interview." Them don't want me to respond to them. They don't want me to respond to them because
said, nigga, you don't watch the show. You ain't no loyal fan. You ain't no loyal
they
fan.
want to get some expletive response. So we just load them people here, man, because I say it's been a month now. Like seriously, we do like 2 live since basically.
I think it's one.
Either one or
live.
2 live.
Yeah.
Well, I say, this is what has happened. When I really go in depth, which we are about to go into a little bit right now. So why we're off the air? Before we get into all of that, it has been interesting to see the theories.
Yes.
It has been very
My
interesting.
favorite is though that we have been cancelled and that a certain social media icon is responsible for our cancellation. And I just like to say that
is he banned from here? We know they banned his name from News Talk. We can't say him name, sir. Because people are gonna mix up. No, we say.
Oh, there are 2 social media icons.
People mix up the icon them. There's 2 now.
Okay.
People in the know that we call one social media icon and one is known as the icon.
Okay.
That has been a theory as well. Say the icon, Marlon Samuels, so him make we get cancelled.
But we not do Marlon nothing. So that even.
And the thing is, what people even know say Burns and Marlon good. Burns tell me say Marlon call him and say, "Yo, what go on? For sure, I'm just here." Like,
really?
Yeah, that's what Burns tell me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that theory is wrong. Stupid idiots.
Stupid idiots.
Oh yeah. Yo, the bag of thing them busy people that come up with stars. Say, yo, rated T and get cancelled. That has been the one narrative when I see people around with. So we get cancelled. Alright, so for people who don't know,
how did the show even start?
Let's get into how the show started. Just to give some context as to who we are and what we have done up to this point.
Okay.
And how we reached to this point. So, Ari, you are the best person to tell the story. Go ahead.
I'm the best person because I'm the one that started it.
Yeah.
I was working at New Stock 4 years ago. 2013, actually.
Yeah.
I was working at New Stock and I was, as a receptionist. I was like, we could do something. We need more young blood, some more young life in the radio. Had an idea. I was watching The Breakfast Club, which everybody always said that the show is akin to it, and they're right because the show.
Some people say that as a compliment, and some people say that as an insult.
No,
that's
I
interesting.
forever take it as a compliment. Yeah. You cannot insult us.
No,
yes, we are.
We just take it. It's whatever.
So, I was watching The Breakfast Club and I was like, we can have a vibe like this, like extended interviews, because most of the interviews that we see in popular culture are usually truncated, like 6 minutes, 8 minutes, and there's so much more that you want to explore.
Some 2
minutes, right? Yeah. So you just want to explore with the artist.
What makes you...
You see, I wish you could just go without throwing anybody else in the mix. Like, I just wanted
this
to
is what the podcast is for. We can get for true word. We can get for curse bad word. Yes.
Anyways, yes. And I just think, well, let's do this. And I knew you from... for those who don't know, Nara and I go actually way back.
Yeah.
We know each other from prep school, but
him never for that back, but alright.
Him never talked to me. Him better than me. Him hype. I was on the track team. I was the star girl for my class on track team.
For your class, me was a star youth for the school.
Like for your class.
No, for the
and the only reason why you were for the school is because you're older than me.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's not get it twisted.
I have seniority. He did in grade 4 and me in 6th grade. I was like, me a star. Ooh, yeah.
But I was a star.
Yeah, for your class.
No, but then I was competing with
Anyways,
other girls.
Other girls.
Right.
Me I compete with other schools.
From you know what? Let's not even go back there. Okay, yes. And of course we went to Woolman's. He went to Woolman's boys. I went to Woolman's girls, but we never really know each other.
No, okay, I used to take bus like that.
Yeah, and I was always working out.
I mean, part in our different circles.
Yeah. Hey. So, but we met up back when we worked at the Gleaner. So I worked as a youth ink writer, and you worked as a intern.
Sports intern writer. Yeah.
At the Gleaner. And I was like, hey, and we reconnected and came up with the idea. And I was like, hey, let's do something like this, because you did your degrees in communication arts and technology at UTech. Mine is at my degree is in psychology, but I've always loved the media, and I figured why not. So we started it. We never have a clue what we were doing. I went and I pitched the show to the general manager, and she was like, okay, sounds interesting. You got 3 months
Miss
free.
Cheeseman.
Miss
at
Cheeseman.
the time.
Yes, let's big up Miss Cheeseman.
Big up Miss Cheeseman.
And she's like, yes, you have 3 months free, but you have to go pay for the rest, so you need to get sponsors and whatever. We were initially supposed to do Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Nights.
Thursday nights, 9 to 11.
What they call the graveyard at the time.
The graveyard shift. But there was... Yeah, but something happened, and we only got Thursday nights. So we started in January. The second week officially in January we started.
About the 14th.
The 14th. And then the first video uploaded on my birthday, which is the 21st.
So.
Yes.
Cool.
So, it's crazy. And we started when our first guest was Rasai. He's a friend of yours. And we just source people and say, hey, you want to come do this show? And remember, we'll have this very detailed, lovely email, and we sent to everybody. Some of them responded, some of them come on. We have to shout out Shadow. He was the first person that actually reached out to us and opened his roster of artists. So our first big known guest was DeMarco.
Yep.
And then after that it was Teflon and Lady Renee and
I believe him did see the Ricky Carty.
Yes, Ricky Carty.
Deep cuts. So the people who watch Nile Fiction a long time would know that interview. That interview there. They kind of get a little mini bus. And people say, what this? How they read the insult. Remember Ricky Carty, the youth, where they put out the sex video and I try to make it seem like it's a music video.
That porn video, yeah.
Yeah, that porn video where they shooting at the local with the hole on the wall. Yeah, that youth. Where is he now?
But after do I remember me, where they know one name? I cannot tell you. I don't know. But yeah, we just that just kind of started everything. We were young people, never have a clue what we were doing. We were sure for certain thinking this was going to end. I couldn't enjoy. I have tell you full disclosure, for the first year and a half of Nightly Fix, I really couldn't enjoy it because I was thinking, oh my God, this is it now. Any minute we're gonna be off the air because we need to pay. I wanna get no sponsors. Like, I couldn't enjoy it. I
never enjoy it either because I couldn't do video and you're stressing. Cause for people who never know, Ari started out as basically the producer. She should have worked behind the scenes. Yeah. And to work with Ari the Dragon, yeah, it did horrible. So it's like I couldn't deal with it. Like couple times, well, my trend for walk off and say, I'm done with this because I can't deal with it. Yeah,
and I was like, okay, fuck you, bye.
That's a lie.
Sure.
So yeah, well, it started with me and Javi as host. He was producer.
Yeah.
Javi was pregnant at the time. With a demon seed.
Do not. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
They want demon.
Is a lovely young man.
They want demon. And yeah, so when it came on to childbirth, you stepped in. And from there on in, you made the role yours.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, the thing is, Javi wasn't, we always said that Javi is now a mother and we weren't paying her. And I was like, it's so hard to ask her to come now being a parent. And when we're unable to pay her. So that's really why we never asked her to come back initially in the first stages, because we're trying to sort out sponsors and trying to make it official so we can pay people. But yeah, it just wasn't working out, man.
And the thing is, when we started out, the thing that we thought would be harder was to get guests.
The securing of the guests, yes.
And that over time it become easy. But the sponsorship thing, it ended up work out for a while. I would wonder, what is the problem? Is it us? Is it the time that we're on that them say is the graveyard time? Is it the station? We ask these questions because people say things and I say you listen to them and you wonder if it's true. And we just did what we could. We sent out proposals to wherever. You sent out proposals.
Oh my God, every single day. Like, I think I sent proposals to every company in Jamaica that, like, I think would align with us, from Appleton, like every liquor, most liquor sponsors. But you realize that they're all conglomerates. So even if you want to work with like Ray Nephew Rum or Appleton, like they all fall under like the Ray Nephew brand.
Condom people.
Condoms. Went to Slam. Went to, but Carimed. So Carimed do Durex and like it's a whole bunch of people that we got to, like a whole bunch.
Well, yeah. What were they in the store now? Like
it was just started.
9 to 11 Thursdays. What was the interview that really could take off in your opinion?
I don't know. I think people knew about us with the alkaline, because for spoiler alert, we did an alkaline video.
Spoiler
interview.
alert, how we make alkaline or do the interview no more in Jamaica.
I'm not taking that in. I'm not accepting that. I refuse to accept that.
I believe that is true.
I refuse to accept that.
Right? I believe that is true.
Okay.
Right? Our fault. We just have to accept it. Our fault. So we do an interview with alkaline over the phone. That's on our channel. Enough people even know, but it really take off in terms of numbers and listenership.
Those are first. At the time, we got 50,000. I was like, wow, that's a lot.
So we did that. Him did supposed to forward in our studio, but then the night of him saying that have a video shoot, so we just do it over the phone. And then what happened. You can go up on the channel and listen to that. For better or for worse, what happened.
So pretty much that's the history of how we started. We recently, last year, we moved from 9 to 11 Thursday nights to every day.
And Miss Cheeseman left and then moved to another general manager, and then she passed away.
Yeah.
And then last year,
the new general manager that took over. Invited us to fill the prime time afternoon slot, 2:30 to 5.
Yep. How did we feel about this, sir?
I mean, we were like a bit apprehensive because of course our name is Nightly Fix.
And we had grown comfortable in the nighttime spot.
And I think that it worked well for everybody with the artists, with us. Like the nighttime spot was fine. But we took it because we say, you know what, at least is a bigger audience and more people listening, and I guess they said that they would have come on and help us with sponsorship. So you know, we just said, okay, if it's to help us get more money, why not?
Because in his words, they saw the value that we brought.
Yeah.
They saw that we were putting numbers on the board.
Yeah. By the way, before that, we were just operating like, you know, when, like, you know, you have a black sheep of the family. Like, literally, we as Nightly Fix just operated around the entire new stock,
like a separate
branch,
entity.
like a real separate entity. Like we really just use them station, but not necessarily a part of the whole thing.
Them type of thing that make we are acting really good.
Anyways, can we just move on? Just...
No, but there's them type of setting there. It's not necessarily any party's fault.
Okay.
It's just the settings. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because
like if we were to sit, because people know our history, sort of our history with acting. But if we are acting were to sit down, it would come down to that. And not to put any blame even on news stock, just the settings.
Yeah, because it was us in the nighttime. There was no receptionist. There was pretty much anybody, just the campus security. Yep. And when him come, he's just like, wait, him gone. Like, but we were inside because pretty, as we say, this is literally a 4-man, 5-man operation. It's just me, Naro, the videographer, and Burns. So
Dam at the time.
Oh, Dam, yes.
Yeah, you remember Dam?
Yeah,
Random
but
guy.
I don't think he was there.
I think he was there, actually.
Okay. So it was pretty much everybody have their own specific roles, and we were on air at the time, so we never, it's like, oh, wow. Like, so when we finish, and we say, oh, about this time now the artist them for come, let's go outside to see where he was, and we found out that he left.
Came out.
So
I put no blame though, even though everybody else come and sit down and wait patiently. But we're not putting any blame anyway.
Yeah.
So yes, fast forward to last year we move. Big hurrah speech. We're going to do this and and sponsors and we'll look sponsors soon. Yes. That was last year, May. June.
We start the conversation happened in May.
Yeah.
And we officially started June 5.
We'll kick off the new time with Tommy Lee. We'll talk about
June
him
5,
a little bit
yeah.
more later. But yeah, we'll kick off that new time with Tommy Lee as our first guest. And we went up until December.
6 months. It was a 6-month contract.
Yeah. And then that contract expired. What happened from there?
We were in rigorous renegotiation talks.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we actually, in January, we made a decision not to come back to the
some
station.
people would have noticed that we're off for a while in January.
For 3 weeks, pretty much in
people
January.
There wonder, what go on,
yeah, because, you know, promises weren't fulfilled. Let's just keep it at that. Promises weren't being fulfilled.
Should we also clarify when we start again?
June 5?
No, when we started Nightly Fix.
January 2014.
When we start get paid. We start get paid.
August 2017.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So rigorous renegotiation talks till we forward to an agreement. And we restarted late January of this year.
I guess a limited contract, because we said that
people can do the
3 months. Yeah, it would be 3 months.
Because we're here to the crux of why we left. People can do the maths. We're going to reveal now, say the contract basically expired, and we decided not to renew the contract. We don't want to badmouth.
Yeah, and so we won't stay long on this topic.
We're not going to stay any much longer on this. We don't want to badmouth
Because
new
in all
stuff.
things, we have to give thanks to them.
We do, because all we're going, I don't think we would have had this opportunity at any other station starting out.
Yeah. You know,
Real talk.
Especially with Miss Cheeseman, because I guess she was more understanding than anybody, because you try and say, well, we're trying. And she's like, okay, well, we understand. And I guess it was no sweat off them back anyways, just, you know, and I felt that we were doing something good. It showed that we
got them a new table.
we were working. No, this was last year.
Oh, yeah.
But
What was that talk?
Yeah, but we worked hard because we said we want to. The aim and the vision work is for I consider Nightly Fix sort of like a company for me. So, you know, I look at the vision and the mission statement. I created one of that personally for me. And it goes to show, like, whatever you envision, it would eventually come out into the world, because I envision Nightly Fix to be the spokes in the wheel of Jamaican culture. Like I want it to be the voice of this generation. And I look at it because I'm saying I love dancehall. Most people say, you love dancehall. Like, I love dancehall, and to be honest, and I'll be frank now, I have kind of waned from how much I used to listen to it constantly. Cause I mean, when Cartel and my father did that, me didn't know. Like, I was very much into it, and I guess I've matured a little and I've grown, but I still love it, and I still love the music, and I'm very much a Jamaican, and I represent and I love anything that comes from us, and I just wanted to be the voice of a generation that's coming up now, and you know, I feel like I couldn't be an artist. Yeah. People say I can't sing, but that's their opinion.
You can't sing. You're horrible.
That's their opinion, but you know, I wanted to still be a part of the culture, and I wanted to be a part of it in some way, and you know, we created to do something like that. It's fair to
say that we became a small, like what we set out to do.
To just be a part, just to be a part. Honestly, when I tell you what was it, just to be a part of the conversation. That's genuinely all we wanted, to be a part of the conversation.
And for further context, were you working when we started?
At the New Time Stop?
As in, no, beginning.
I worked as an intern at
a bank. When we started the Thursday nights. You did our work, like you had a job.
Yeah, I was working at Gleaner still as an intern, as a youth writer. Sorry.
While going to school.
Going to school, because I was finishing up my last year of UA.
Me did finish up.
Yeah.
At UTech.
Yeah, I was finishing up my last semester, and I've already kind of worked out a deal to work as an intern at Sagicor. So, yeah.
So you had a job?
Yeah.
And what happened to that job when we moved to the New Time last year?
No, well, you're missing out some stuff, because I worked and
That's
I stopped.
What I'm trying to get. Yeah.
I worked and I stopped, and I worked. I worked other jobs.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, still I worked, but I had another contract with the specific bank. I think most people know.
So I'm trying to get out is Nightly Fix wasn't our main bread and butter. No, it wasn't. Because it couldn't be.
No, it wasn't.
Because we never get no money from it.
Yeah.
So we had to work otherwise.
Yeah. But once we came into the New Time Stop, we had to give up everything.
Yeah.
And dedicate our time and
because this is New Time, because Monday to Friday, 5 days a week.
2:30 to 5. Because if it was Monday to Friday, 9 to 11, you know I'd be working like 3 jobs if I could. So yeah.
So fast forward again to now. We didn't decide to renew the contract. No one badmouth them. Don't want to scare off potential suitors. Things like that.
No, because as I'm trying to,
and also we give appreciation for
because
the
as I
star.
said, Naro, like we've looked back and we understand that we've been given a platform.
True.
And we should have been paying for it, but we didn't. And we understand that you know, quid pro quo situation. We helped build up the value and the name of New Stock. At least I think that we did. But I just, you know, there are some things that needed to sort out, and it wasn't being sorted out. So we made the decision to move. But we are grateful for the opportunity that we were given. The New Time slot was kind of like a shocker. Culture
Took some
shock.
time to get adjusted to, but we adjusted.
Yeah.
And we did great things in that time.
And we just want, and as always, we just want it to be different. Cause we all play game on the radio, like with amongst ourselves, and
I'll get call from people from factory.
Yeah, with your work, it's always you know.
It's not now.
Always
it's not
you.
that.
But yeah.
All right.
So we've moved on from that. Thank you.
But even so, I don't want to give a scenario.
Jesus.
Just a scenario. No, Ari don't want me to do this, but I'm just giving us a scenario. Okay, I'm not bad mouthing you stock or anything. All right. So leading up to the New Time, we had a meeting with sales team that was there. Met with them. We didn't know these people. We never know them. I was first meeting them. You didn't meet them from when you were an intern?
No. Well, I knew. You know them. You know of them.
Yeah. We never really meet them.
Yeah, I know.
So after them come to discover us and say, hey, these people are actually doing something here. And meet with us, and meeting ended fine, and we think we come to understanding. And things were said and promises were made. And okay, cool. Up to a month before we really made the decision to leave, the head, or one of the big people in my sales team, forwards up to me, like after a show. Says, yo, hey, Naro, what going? How is it going for sponsorship? Head of the sales team asking me this.
I don't think he was the head.
One of the big heads in our sales team, asking me this. I'm just putting that out there, right? Not bad mouthing anybody, just a scenario that played out. Only can read from it what you will. But grateful. Area Premier way. We're grateful. As we say,
you see, you and I are so different.
we are. Honestly, I don't want bad mouth nobody need. I just want to put out some things to give people further context of what happened and why we're here.
People speculate.
Yeah,
we just
speculating the cool.
We just said that the truth is we did not renegotiate and renew the contract.
Yeah.
We didn't want to. We didn't see the need to renegotiate the contract. You know, let's just say it doesn't make no sense to put out so much effort, whether time-wise, financially, emotionally, mentally, and you're not getting the same thing. It's just like any relationship, any sexual relationship with your partner. If you feel like you're not getting what you're putting in,
Never take long for you to get to sex, though.
yeah, love sex. Everybody loves sex. You love sex?
What is sex?
But I think most people relate to sex more. But what, like, but the parent love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
So even if you don't do shit,
I think so, at
your
least.
parents love you.
I think so.
Yeah. Even the other day, the story about this 30-year-old man, the parents sue him for get him out of the house. Like, he wasn't paying rent, him no work. And he was becoming so much of a burden. She's like, no, you got to get the fuck out.
You know, so people are going to hear that story and relate it to our thing. And say, see, when you get cancelled.
Yeah, you see? Yeah.
Yo, the funny thing is, even after all what you have just said, somebody is going to take a snippet of this, put it up on our YouTube channel and say, Nightly Fix X-Plan is, yeah, they might misspell explain. X-Plan is why they got cancelled from here.
Yeah.
And then we're going to strike them. Gonna strike them hard.
You and the
I'm
striking.
gonna make YouTube tech with them.
You are the striker of striking.
I had so much time for that during this break. Like, yeah, man, we just look up who have up with shit. Strike.
Well, and we just want to use this opportunity for people who use our content. Listen, we have no problem. Well, the issue that we have is that you use an extended portion. So you use like 10 minutes, 20 minutes,
as is
15 minutes of
outlined
the content.
in YouTube.
Yeah, and it's not yours.
Rules.
You take from us. So you're saying, so I see some emails that, oh, if you do that, or if you
Bag
take from
of
my
balling,
content.
bag of
It's
begging.
like, no, you need to be fair when we're all playing in the same space and that we understand what you're doing. But the fact is, you're taking our content without our permission.
You know, for the
so
Cause one of the brother them say, oh, you take money out of my mouth. So what you do to we? No, but you must do that to we. You must have said no.
Right. I guess because they're saying that we're the bigger channel.
Oh, and that's the thing. People think we're this big conglomerate. And that's the thing where we build up this thing so much where people think that we were the radio station.
You know, we have to give ourselves a little prop. I'm not being on self-praise.
Me
but
neither.
I think we've done such a good job that people really and truly, they don't know half the shit that goes behind the scenes.
People just love talk and chat.
But the forefront that we put on is not, and I don't even think it's a facade. It's just a situation. It just shows our strength and our capability to put bullshit aside and just give the best to you, the audience. So, you know, that's just what life is. That's just what real strong people do.
A big up to the people them that do take our clips and use it in the right way.
Yeah.
Rapper Crapper is one such person. You have others out
There
there. They use it in a transformative way.
Yeah, they explain it. So if a situation they're commenting on whatever that the guest is saying. They say, well, yeah, this is the clip. This is what they say.
Some like a CMR would do.
Yeah.
But you have some of them.
You take 15 minutes worth of
and then people call them stretch the picture size. Oh, that's different. No, you jackass. Oh, I got strike, you know. I'm glad so I get this for a camera, the book. Oh, the cans and weren't warned.
Yeah.
You see me?
You can't do that. You cannot do that.
Cool.
Because even we can't play people's song. We like to promote people's song, but it's their content, and we're a separate channel, so we need their permission. We need to get their go ahead for whoever distributed to play the song. And if we can't, we have to pay like a minute or
not even a minute.
30 seconds, 15 seconds. I think that's the rule.
25 the most.
Yeah. So yeah, you can't do that, guys. We can't do it. You can't do it either. So yeah. So let's go on.
Here we are, podcast first episode.
So we decided that, you know what, instead of sitting on our asses,
I'm going to do something.
let's just do something where we can
because
talk
otherwise,
straight up
we
unfiltered.
mentioned suitors. We can't say nothing much there, all right? Until things happen on our concrete. Oh, no. So we have a platform now where we can announce and them thing. We've always had this platform because the channel is ours. That's another thing where people that get misconstrued, say. Because News Talk cancel we. Everything cancel. Them own the YouTube. No. The YouTube are ours.
Got tired.
Say, it's just that we've been plotting.
Yeah.
Getting depressed while plotting, but plotting nonetheless.
Strategize.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't say the word strategy.
You still can't say it. People are them type of thing I go on radio. The people who don't listen to radio are regular something.
Yo, you know, enough word.
Regular something.
You know, enough word. Like, most people don't even know that my vocabulary is really vast because I read a lot.
Sure.
I read more than you, Naro.
Right.
So I don't understand why you're going like that. Why you're going in like that.
Must be a brother in the comment section. Sure you do. Sure you read a lot.
I do. Right.
Don't blonde girl.
Right? But the thing is, words always tend to trick me up. So while I can identify the word and I know the meaning of the words, like I cannot say it. And so I say, you know what, let me just stick to 2-syllable words. You know, where I can't say it. But even when I was younger, I couldn't say the word yellow yam. I couldn't say it. I always say lelo lamb. I always say lelo lamb.
So yellow yam.
Yeah. So I couldn't say it. Like I could not form the word yellow. Like I couldn't. Yeah. So I just say. But it is, and because I talk, my mind is going like 1,000,000 miles per hour. Because if you see my writing from prep school, oh my God, I used to scribble.
It's a funny thing you mentioned prep school. That's the same when I see a little grade 4 girl. Yeah.
Excuse me, gal. You better use girl.
Oh yeah, the female SJW them out right now. Social justice warrior them out for blood. So little girl.
There you go.
Yeah. Use the politically correct terms. Indeed.
I was going to style and say something about black, but I said the black people them out.
See that black the black social justice warrior.
Short ass nigga.
Black Nazi. Anyways, let's get into some topics that we've been missing out of.
Yeah.
There's this cartel thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That Bawl Alert post.
Yeah.
I look feet right now.
Yeah, I have it.
You have it?
Mm-hmm.
About bleaching.
So he said that he made 12 hours ago today, which was more than 12 hours, like he said. 99.99% of black women, 1, cream their hair, or 2, wear Caucasian wigs. So they braid their hair, they put glue on it, cover it with a wig made from the white woman hair. Then they flash it as if it's their own while taking selfies or pretty pics at parties. Question: are you Brazilian, but you want Brazilian hair or some other form of hair that is not African? As a matter of fact, black people call white people's hair pretty hair. Shake my fucking head. I've seen black people in church with cream hair and false hair praying to God. You're hypocrites. But wow. Because if God made you with your hair, why do you change it to look like someone else's hair? God made a mistake, he questioned. Shake my head. Black people quick to say things like, oh, my grandmother is white, or my auntie granny cousin from England, or you know, so my father, mother, nephew upon my auntie's side are Indian. Black people, check yourselves before you check someone else.
On the surface of things, I kind of agree with him. But first of all, I just want to get into the psyche of why Kartel or his people would post this. Like, why this bleaching thing? Like, we've been
over it, especially with
because
him.
a recent post. I know there's some Bawl Alert just dig up from years ago. Something recently post. So what would have the man inner feelings per se to post about this? Like, what? Like, why you feel like you're further off to defend yourself about it? Like, you do it, and
maybe
so what?
Maybe something him say. I don't know what was in the ether. I don't know.
And then Bawl Alert just expose the folly in the argument.
So
because him bring up about white people and him bring
how
up the
did Bawl
comparison.
Alert expose it? They just reposted his
they expose
comments.
it because the comments and people reaction to it expose the folly in the argument.
Yes, I said the people, not Bawl Alert.
What are them dig it up? Them not dig it up, but they posted it.
Yeah,
yes.
they posted his word. They didn't add any commentary. Bawl Alert, the writers or the whoever posted.
But them know what them
Okay,
doing. Them know what them doing. So the folly in the argument is the Brazilian hair as opposed to white skin. As in,
I think it's a false equivalency.
it is.
Yeah.
Me and you have this argument.
Yeah.
Because the false concept is still there.
Right. The fakeness is still there.
The fake concept
is still there.
Still a valid argument on
But I said
Kartel's part. But when they bring in the specifics of Brazilian, people say, yo, that's a Brazilian. Like, Brazilian people black. Them colored.
Okay.
Them mixed.
Colored.
Them colored.
Yeah.
Right? You know, no woman are buy white woman here. No, usually Indian here. Brazilian here.
Russian. They have a Russian here. They have Russian here.
They have Russian here?
Yeah.
That's popular and worn by Jamaican women and black women.
People wear it.
How that look like?
It's a straight mix. Like, very straight. Like, so, you know, if you want a straight look, you put in the Russian hair. You have Russian, you have Peruvian, you have Malaysian, you have Indian, which is the most popular / Brazilian. Yeah.
And then the people are confused about the cream terminology. What is that equivalent in the States? People say, what is cream?
I think they said
cream here.
Processed textured.
I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, people did not get that thing.
I've always said that is a false equivalency. Like, you cannot compare putting on wigs.
Because the end of the day, you can't take it off and
exactly.
wear naturally. You can't take off your bleach.
Bleach, and even if you stop bleach, you'll never get back your natural color. You'll never get back the color that you originally were. Where you're born with, where you was. You know, so it's...
So that to gauge. We like to remind of every time you see him. People have a problem with you about that. Every time you see him, you mention it, Ari.
Yeah. Well, if I see you and I see that you bleach, I'd ask you the same question. I don't no doubt about that. But no, I think people need to stop compare it, because it really is a false equivalency. While you can people, because even Jada Pinkett, she probably don't put on weave, and she only probably put in weave when she doing movie roles. But she start wear turbans on her hair because she have hair loss. She's suffering from major hair loss. She said like she'll wash her hair and chunks of it come out in her hand. So that's why people would wear wig because I mean, and people we know chemotherapy, people who are sick with cancer. They put on, but it's still a wig. So even if they're, even the behind
It's not the same
of it,
as you and women out there.
but it's still a choice. It's
a
still a choice.
Yes, but the psychology behind it, what I want to really
it
understand.
still looks like a whether if you're suffering from alopecia or you're a cancer patient, or even if you're healthy, but you
rule
still
out them
choose
people that are Ari.
to wear wigs.
Why you
is a
putting
situation to put it to make yourself whole, to be a woman again. People who put on wigs say, "Oh, I want to feel like a woman again," and people who don't suffer from any hair loss say, "Well, I just want to be a different woman." It's choice. It's a choice.
So that's what I want to get.
Yeah.
I want to rule out people cancer and all them things. Why do women put in weaves and cream them here?
I cannot.
I want
speak for
you the
all
psychology. What's the psychological
There's several
reason? Is it equivalent to bleaching? That's what me want to know.
People
because
try-
it could be looked at that way.
people try and I was reading several articles relating to it, and people try and really and truly make it equivalent, but I honestly don't believe that because they're saying it's some deep-seated insecurity, colorism. You want to have good hair, you want to be white, close to white, like whatever, like people. But it all boils down to self-esteem, low self-esteem, and feeling like inadequate, say insecurities with oneself, and how society project their beauty, their standards of beauty, and how you kind of interpret it and say, well, either you match up or you don't match up to that. So that's how people want to make it is, like, especially with wearing off the wigs and bleaching off the skin. Like, oh, anything that is white is good, and white is
Because the
usually
bleaching
long
thing
hair,
is
pretty
clear.
hair, light skin.
It's clear that you could read from it, say, you want to be white. You want to be fair skinned because in your mind, you think fairer skin is better.
Yeah.
That's a basic psychological thought that would come from bleaching. We just want to know if here, because you have this new Afro movement,
Yeah.
especially locally started by Davina. Everybody proud of them Afro.
You
and all
think
them
it's
thing like that.
Davina because Terry
It
Carell.
kind of stir up from her.
Terry Carell, she wore her natural hair when she was Miss World. Well, I love pageantry. Terry Carell.
Yo, and Davina, my sister.
No, in modern time. Well, not I shouldn't even say because Terry Carell is not that old. But Terry Carell, she wore her natural hair when Puffy. I can't remember what year. Was it 2005? 4? Yeah.
And I'd like to think that the people them who take pride in that movement say, yo, yes, let us wear our black hair proud because we don't want to look like white woman, and we're tired of the people them who project the white woman weave cream hair thing that says, oh, we need to do that for look good because it's seen as good and white people do it. And white people here naturally stay so. So is it the same thing? That's what I want to know. Bleaching, in terms of the concept of changing, is it the same as the hair argument? What Cartel bring up? Are you say?
Hold on, I'm trying to find Terry Carell when she won Miss World.
Oh yeah, Google it.
Yeah.
You really use your phone, Ari? Because your phone suck bars.
Trying to 2005.
Yeah,
Terry
one picture.
Carell Griffith. Yeah.
Let me see.
2005. Miss Jamaica World official page. 2005.
Oh, the puff, but her hair cream now.
Yeah.
That's
No,
right.
she not puff it. She straighten it. Like
Yeah.
but you know, you put before they used to use cream, like
Yeah.
used to put it on hot comb and straight. I don't think she texture. I don't think she process.
Isn't that
her
the same
hair.
thing?
No, you just straighten it. There's no chemicals in it. You just use a straightener, like a flat iron, and you just flat iron the ear for straightening it out.
Why?
You
I
know,
can be seen as the same thing.
you
You,
know-
want your hair look like white
you
woman
know-
hair.
I hate when men say this. First of all, because
Me just want to understand the hair female game, you know.
why uno
It's not the same.
Why not trim on the ear?
Not the same.
Why uno?
Not the
Why
same.
uno use mohawk? Why not do a mohawk? Why not color in the hair? Because you just want to look different. You just want to do a different style. You just want to look different from what you usually are. And that's the same thing why women put in weave. Like for me, you've seen that I've done several hairstyles throughout the 4 years that we've been on air, and it's and I don't think, and let me say this. When I was younger, I suffered from really deep self-esteem issues because, of course, what you see on television usually never match up with me. With what I would like. Oh, people say, oh, that girl like Halle Berry was the standard of beauty. Halle Berry is half white, so it's like, oh, black. You have like to be black. You have to be half.
She look like my girl will get married to the prince of there. She look white.
You have to be half black, half white for black people.
That's
to
so
be
deep. You did I read that time with Halle Berry?
Yes.
Channel.
Yes.
Halle Berry black to me.
Well, she black to you, but
like full-blooded black.
But we all know there are different variations of black.
I know that.
Exactly. But Naomi Campbell to me would be the darkest skin person that I see being idolized as a real and people constantly say, yes, she is black and she's beautiful, but she's the darkest skin person I see like American media hype up to be black, to be beautiful. You understand what I mean? So it's always like you have to be half of anything, half black, half white to be considered beautiful. While me, and I'm a full-fledged Negro. My mother black, my father black, and
no, you're not, Ari.
As far as I can see, everybody in my descent.
Ari, you're brown. Really?
I am not. But the thing is,
I be considered full-blooded black. You're not.
The thing is, but then because I used to run and I never put on any sunscreen, I used to be burnt, and then I've just said, oh, this is my natural skin color. So I didn't even think of it as any different. It's when summertime I'm go up on break and when I go outside, I get the house color. I say, oh, house color I get, but I didn't think of it as anything being black, white, or anything in between. And then let me tell you a story. Like when I was in prep school, I liked this guy, and of course, he never liked me. He liked this fairer girl. Like she was brown. Like what I consider to be brown was like she was as brown as Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
And I was just like, but I don't look like that. Like, so, and he never want me. And for this long time, I was like, oh my God, if I was this, if I had this. And I actually thought, for a very long time, that curly hair girls, like curly hair black women, they were pretty much, curly hair black women. Like, I was like, oh man, if I had hair like that, like long, thick and curly, like, oh, I'd be so beautiful. So it's like what you see on American television, because American cable will have, like them always say that, oh, well, you have to be light, you have to be half white, half black to be considered beautiful. And as a young girl looking up, it's like, oh, maybe I'm not pretty, maybe I'm not
the conclusion
beautiful because of that.
All of them things come down to attracting the opposite sex.
Right.
Man, the girl do them different hairstyle because they don't want to get cheated on, so they do the different hairstyle to look like different women at different times, so that they represent variety to them, man. That's what me read it as, really. Well,
if you want to look at it in that silly term, sure. But for me personally, I just look.
Your thing started from a youth,
right? And then is really and truly, God bless history class, that really found my way into black consciousness, because it was then, oh, maybe I'm not that ugly, and maybe like. You kind of develop and say, well, okay, I'm black. I'm not going, even if I bleach my skin, I'm going to always be black. And I then identified myself as a black woman. And as my mom and my brother. So all around, so me just look on them and just say, okay, I look like them. So even though people, of course, say I'm a bleach, it's the worst thing ever. It pains my heart.
Sometimes you look brown.
But it's just what I associate with, but what I see, what my mental image is that I'm dark I'm a dark-skinned woman.
Sure, your mental image.
Right. But I feel like
Camera tell
people
different.
who I don't think I would and as I said, I've grown out of it and thinking, oh, my hair to be this need to be this culture, this way or this type in order for it. Like my hair is very sensitive. I have sensitive scalp. So when my mother used to comb my hair, it used to be the worst thing for me. Like it pain my head, man, like horrible. So what I did was cream my hair so that it would be easier for me to catch up. And you know, me usually always have my hair in a one. That's it. Like one, alright, let out sometime, but me not fussy and mussy. Especially in high school, and I used to do track and field. All I need to do is just catch up my hair in a one and go about my business. Me not need
Classic
a big
head giving hairstyle.
just easy athlete hairstyle. That's what it is.
Cool.
So you just catch up your hair in one. So I never really think of it. So I've grown out of the stage where thinking that it's because I need to look beautiful. It's just no, I just want to look different. I want to try a new hairstyle. I want, you know, see how blonde would I look on me, how dark would I look on me, how red would I look on me. Like that's it. And every person is different. So maybe some people really look at it because they're trying to achieve this Eurocentric standard of beauty. And maybe some people just
Could be deep-seated psychological issues.
some people just like, okay, like I just want to look different today, so what? No problem.
We got the brother around Cartel Instagram. You're sure I'm next girl getting some ear argument? Whenever I get that, it's alright. It's alright. Sure, I'm big up everybody plastic around the world. Alright, so before we go any further, just want to say big up to Club Alive in Portmore, where famous used to be. This is where we're doing this podcast right now. They graciously
Lent us their space.
Yeah, I don't
Their
know.
room.
I'm not sure why. And in a them fuck room, no less. Is it safe to say? No. What them call a room? Yeah?
The private room.
The
now.
private room.
Jesus Christ, like.
Oh, sorry, Club Alive. Oh yes, big up Club Alive, people. Make sure you follow out.
Yeah.
Whenever clubbing is done, I follow the Club Alive. A nice place. Thanks. Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you have a bachelor party, you can use our room here too.
Yeah, that's a cool room.
Nice, cool. Set
It's
up.
much dimmer than how you see it here, people.
Yeah.
Trust me. Like, it sets the mood.
Yeah.
Real talk.
You have one girl in the corner, you just have to sit down and just. And then you just go around and.
I think what you just described is molestation.
Say, baby, how are you now? How are you?
Alright, so with that about Cartel, let's move on to his protege.
look sexy,
Will you stop?
Slap up that father, stay now.
Tommy Lee get arrested. But God, man, we talked to him too when we spoke to him last year. Our first interview, the New Times, that like, why him ever involved in a them type of thing? Like, how him name ever get called up? And we put it down to the spirits them I'm carrying around with.
The spirits fault. No, this time, like, I read what I read the news report, the news articles about it. And I just find it weird too, because apparently he was arrested after Magnum and he was whisked away to Mobay.
Kidnapped. Is the term they use.
Right, to Montego Bay. He was arrested in St. Andrew and carrying gun on Montego Bay at 3 o'clock in the morning.
One thing, isn't kidnap used for like kids or small children? And
No.
abducted is used for adults?
I don't know about that, you know. Maybe.
Terminology. I
Maybe.
mean, that one now, kidnap, it does sound like a little picnic something.
Yeah, kids get usually. Well,
Kidnap.
no. No,
Yeah.
grown people get kidnapped. There is the act of being taken away.
I just wonder if it's referred to as kids when referring to when the action happens with kids.
I wonder if it's when like a ransom is held. Which one is when there is a ransom? Kidnapping.
Yeah.
So you have,
I
and you have to
think
get
so.
10 grand to get back the picnic. Yeah.
But that not go on, yes or no? Not that
Usually
we know.
abducted, because when they're abducted, they're taken and raped and killed, unfortunately. So there's no hope of getting them back.
You mean like what the alien them? Let's not even go there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
But we don't really know what go on there. So
I don't know though. I'm not sure.
yeah, we don't know. We don't really know what go on there. So don't we
Yeah.
just. Because I did in the midst of the war with Jahmiel, which I thought him eventually lost, by the way. Because him did a lead to me with the song anyway. that song did it bad to me. Like at that point, I say, I don't think Johnny can angle.
Him sing it or Jahmiel sing anyway?
No, I know anyway the song, but that the in of the song. What the song name again? Dismiss. Service. Dismiss the song name. What would I say? It looked like him call upon some otherworldly beings to assist him with that song because it did just sound different. But when I tell a lie, like Jahmiel, I think eventually win this war. Burial bad. I think the tune before that one put out Dead Boy Leroy. I think that stamped it for me because him connect with certain kick and punch. They like when he mentioned the song Kingston came, I said, yeah, that the boat for real star.
First of all, that's sound enough for war. Cause not bring no good word. So no must stop war no one another. Unless you don't want in the business out there. But I agree. I think Jahmiel has shown himself to be a formidable opponent. Because remember we did a war with Version. And he's like, when he first did this song for Version, I was like, what ya? Jahmiel, can this people like, and he's a good this.
And people that say, stay in a conscious lane and then
so it just showed that he's evolving as an artist, for better or for worse, depending on who you ask. I've been saying to you that I feel like from the other day, dancehall get lame. And I think this is the only excitement that we have.
Because some people I pop and I say song of the summer and this is the best song of the year. Which part?
It's a summer a summer song. Can you imagine?
And it's like,
which song are the summer song for you?
And why is it that we have to so quick to? I don't know. The summer just start. That's the thing.
But we usually have a summer song.
The summer just start, and that's the thing. We just like get into like everybody just want quick for fight. Yeah, man, I hit summer song. This I
think people are exaggerating.
But the summer just go on and then we see, no.
I think people love to talk in exaggerated terms.
Yeah,
like
for clicks and
the worst
the best.
and it's. I mean, maybe me and you, I will have a setup where we're just very nonchalant about certain things. Yeah. Like, you know, we take it for what it is. Like, we're not hype up nobody more than it needs to be hyped. Yeah. So, I guess we just look at it like, okay, objectively, a song's
people, I guess,
good.
are bad, man.
Yeah. The only song that I really got excited for was Yeah. Last year, that song really hyped me up. I think that song was a really good song.
But you asking for the summer song, one of my things got recently released what might hot up. Governor Wanna Move.
I was
from the ear the term.
Wanna Move.
Hey. Wanna Move that tune that sound like it bad. Yeah. And then I listen to it and say,
yeah.
Governor, if the streak continues. Yeah. When I tell a lie, if we were to do
a very good year.
If we were to have a countdown the top 10 artists right now, one of the one for right now.
Governor, would that be one for you?
One. Right now, if we just take in consideration the year so far.
So far, 5. So far. My top 5 for the year.
Song or artist?
Artist, man, do artist.
Alright.
Song kind of odd, to be honest. But artist, I think Governor would have probably be 1 and 2. Yeah.
1 and 2.
Maybe 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Jahmiel would be there. I think I mean, I put Governor as one because Governor do fun songs and songs that I really like because I really like Baked Bean and Wanna Move.
Really put Jahmiel up there.
Yeah, Jahmiel especially with this war thing.
Yeah, but otherwise has he really had like a bona fide hit?
No,
like he has good songs.
But the artist that he wouldn't be for songs.
Okay.
It'd be for
but that's what they did. What you use to kind of determine.
But no, but he's been having him win. You say him just win the clash with Tommy Lee.
As a nice little scalp, even though ultimately I don't think it really do nothing for him career. But it's a nice little scalp to have and say yes, like I won.
Star, like when General go for war, you know.
And people say like Tommy Lee career done no one.
You see, that's the exaggerated terms.
Yeah,
of it. No.
Jahmiel killed Tommy Lee career.
No. Come on.
Unless this jail thing really fuck up things for you, but otherwise.
No, the usual suspects. I'm not even hearing nothing from Ding Dong or I miss it.
And Kartel kind of been cool this year.
Well, he have
underwater, but leading up to that, people that say, yo, I think the focus was on the case.
Has been relatively quiet.
Relatively. But then, so the man just release something like just like last year. Even though I did have some little heaters leading up to
But I don't know.
Alkaline gone still. That I don't know.
Oh no, him just released a song.
Yeah, but people them must say kind of underwhelming. Cause people didn't expect a big summer song.
When you put something so. when you're expecting this, and you get this,
people
you feel underwhelmed. Come on.
We kind of have this discussion when we were on here about him that him not really have a big hit like that. Feel like a little while, like him put out good songs. Cause the load up the bad, but it's enough hit like Champion Boy or other songs like that hit. Is him have the whole space. He hasn't had that in a while. Right?
Would the Champion Boy be biggest song?
One off.
Which?
Well, that's a Jervis. Like I'm biggest song. Can't tell. You know Alkaline fan.
No, but Alkaline. But I mean, Prime Minister didn't sing Champion Boy.
Yeah, them the thing they make that song they really stand out. That have the nation away. That Red Stripe even use a song as anthem. Red Stripe Football League.
Even my brother who not really
Premier League.
Dance a lot much.
Know the song
and I said Champion. I'm like, stop. Stop. But yeah, I mean, that's how to kind of this year has kind of been so like yeah, you know. Yeah.
And it's gonna be like, and I'm so sorry so far.
Yeah. Governor's really been the one. Governor, he did a beautiful song with Jada Kingdom. I like that song. Really like that song. Just
I like that song.
One of the better collaborations coming out of dancehall for a while.
As me did say, like it remind me a Cartel song when would I do like with one of the girl them one of the many Gaza girl them pass through the system. Yeah. But sound like him pick up off High Street.
You know, it kind of, even though Tommy Chin and Way Marshall thing was like more of a back and forth, but it kind of seemed like I got the Way Marshall, Tommy Chin. I can't take this argument. You remember that song? Yeah, so it kind of just have that vibe there to me. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
This back and forth.
Dancehall this year kind of been so sad. I'm glad they bring that up. Kind of transition into our next topic.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about the young youth them. Because chaos. As you are Javi. Are you a Javi call him on that?
Javi call him Chaoxix and me end up calling
Chaoxix. Are you call him on Chaoxix?
Think of me.
What is this Chaoxix? And them the thing the people say, oh, are you fool?
Yeah, so but I have to say chaos.
On you to put out good music.
Yeah,
and he put out a post on Instagram or there. I really did feel it. To him say dancehall is probably the only genre that doesn't really push young talent. True that. If they do decide to push an artist, it's when they either A, start to make a fool of themselves, or B, join a circle that the DJs want to be a part of. You become everyone's favorite when you make it. But before that, you're either labeled the Iron Balloon or a next artist backup singer.
Oh shit, Massacre.
Massacre have a good year. You forget mention because when people say we bad mind him and cracks. When I want to crack some oka, we in a put more.
I say when you say Iron Balloon, me I say okay.
Why that make you think of Massacre?
You always
pussy.
Call him that. You always call him that. You bumble. You always call him that.
I've never used the term Iron Balloon with Massacre.
No, you said buzzing.
There was he never buzz it.
You're saying buzzing.
Buzzing, yes. Yeah. Him never zzz, like we call him B. Yeah, as in wasp. B kind of probably why. Wasp. I never zzz. You see me, but him bust like last year. Him been bust for like a good couple years now.
But him do a good, I would say ambition.
Yeah.
And greatness.
I'm like the
greatness which one? You can't tell it, but
Victory.
Yeah.
I'm like the move him depend on they're connecting.
And Energy releases here?
Last year.
Energy
have to connect.
Yeah, so Massacre has been.
I'm not paying it to say it.
It doesn't pay me to say
anything.
Yes,
it does.
No, it does not. It does not. It does not.
Now we talk about Iron Balloon. You mention the man.
No, because
you always
way to style the man. You always.
I never call the man Iron Balloon. Call the man Wasp. I'm ever buzzing.
Well, same difference.
Alright, me used to call the man Wasp.
Same difference. But we can't. But people for know say we're objective. Like I hate when people say that. Oh, we hate people. Like we don't hate nobody. You know, it's no skin off our back. Like you make good song or you don't make good song.
Exactly.
Simple.
Even who probably people who wouldn't like personality wise,
Yeah.
they make good song. They make good song. We acknowledge it.
Exactly.
You see me? There were some things so Alkaline did go out and say, "Yo, you there?" But the man talent prove itself over time.
Yeah.
Not but singing in praises we've been doing till people say we are vendetta fans.
Oh my God.
Say all them things.
Okay.
Anyways, back to this. I am alone.
Yeah.
Our next artist, backup singer. Big up to every young artist putting in the work though. Don't give up or beg to post them. Not make the music. Speak for your fans and never for these fucking DJs to put in their juggling.
Yeah.
What do you think about it when you talk? Because you only put truth, me they put true things never been said.
Through, you remember that? True or false. Through, you remember that?
Blonde Ari moment.
Yeah. No, like all angles, and them did that talk about bleaching of all things, and then she's like, true or false, true.
I don't know. Oh, you draw which memory bank you draw that from? I don't know what you have that.
In the repository.
Anyways, what you thought about
I
it?
don't think it's a
What thought about
repository.
it?
He's speaking facts.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is that we Jamaica have a tendency to not. And we're all guilty of it. Like, we like who we like. We form our allegiances.
And
it's
we like
hard
who we're
to-
familiar with.
Yeah, we like who we're familiar with.
But then again, we have to realize that it's not all the time these people were familiar.
That's true. And how you know what's so funny? And since being on the radio, like, I realized that radio was always the connector to me for some of these artists. Like, if I listen to a song, I'm like, oh shit, that's a good song. But but then from, I'd say about 2010, 11, YouTube has been my introduction to new people. And then like Jervis, or talented videographer, he's the one that say, yo, him always a play music on him phone. Like, my phone can't really play music.
That's garbage.
It's garbage. So when him a play, like, I pick me and Jervis always a travel together. So like, him a play music, me I say, oh, that sound good. And like him always put me on to certain things on certain music. So it's not just people, not just the internet, it's not just radio anymore, but it's people, it's social media, it's the internet. Like, it's a whole bunch. So I guess we need to open up ourselves.
And in that...
So let me just finish the point. Like, we need to open up ourselves to more than just the radio. Like, they are no longer the gatekeepers. We are no longer the gatekeepers. Like, I don't even consider myself to be a gatekeeper. I just want to talk to people.
Consider that you are.
I just want to talk to people who make good songs that I like, you know, and that's always been the goal. So, to me, like, young artists, you know, that's how it is. Like, no one likes you until you're winning. No one cares unless you win. Like, once you win, once you come out on top, that's when people will business.
But you mentioned some about the internet, and that's how you get introduced. What depend on internet? Like, what most depend on internet? Fuckery, land.
Yeah.
And it's hard for sometimes sift through the fuckery to discover some of them good. Social media especially.
Bring up the fuckery.
I'm not gonna lie, people. I say it only per time per ear. If you never hear me say it before, I say it again. So them artists are not good. They're not good. And enough of them not good for real. Enough of them who we talk, they're not good. See me? And when them come with them antics, it's like it take away attention from the artists them sometimes want to do good work. Seem like that brother Chaos. Him bad though.
Yeah.
And him have a sound that different and unique. You see me? And me not see him get the praise like me see like some other artists would. Because him not involved in a fuckery and them thing.
Chaos don't really live here, you know. Like, he's a dancehall artist.
That's true.
He don't live here.
That's
and there
true.
you need to be, no matter how you can do good songs, unless you're not, if you're trying to reach Jamaican people, you have to be here.
But still Dovey Magnum not live here neither.
That's true.
But Dovey Magnum tap in at the god of sex. For fear so we're talk about Dovey to me like our transition is. But before we get to that is even because some of them artists are not good, but we feel like we can play our part for highlight some of the youth them actually do good music. And something I want to do with this podcast forum as well. Would have started with this one, but can't really, we not really have the equipment yet. But going forward, like the next episode, we each have a song that we like from a young artist we not really know. That we like or really not really get that much attention. And we're gonna play it.
And even probably artists that you know, but songs that you know you probably wouldn't be familiar with.
Yeah.
Because one of my favorite songs, like if you go back to the old Nightly Fix videos, one of my favorite songs was by Major Lazer and Miss Thing. Give it to me, baby.
Yeah, that was
that never
our
yet play upon radio.
theme song for our...
Yeah, that never yet play upon radio. And I'm really just sifting through, like, I listen to Kartel and Major Lazer used to do things, and you know, you just see this and then me and listen to this song. I listen to that song every day when I was really active for my active music listening day, because I use YouTube now as a means of getting information and keeping up to date with what's happening in the world. So I'll watch like Vox and you know like current affairs things. So I listen to like you know the Seth Meyers and the Stephen Colbert. I listen to Vox, like the news thing. Not Vanity Fair. The New York Times and the New Yorker, they do YouTube things. But I guess over time it evolves. Like your taste evolves, and sometimes some things will just connect with you, like even out of the blue. So I say like I know it's hard for artists sometimes because you work so hard and you have a love and a passion for this music thing, but like, and I'm being 100% full disclosure honest, sometimes it's a lot for me to have to sift through.
Yeah.
And that is why I've even shut down, because now it seemed like a job to me, where I'm forced to like listen to some things and like make a rash judgment. And I think music is really all about emotion. It's really coming from a visceral place of how you feel and you know, like how you connect to it just even by one listen. Sometimes some songs you have to listen to it more than once, but like most songs is just instantly how you listen, how you feel about it the first time. But no songs, like there's so many artists, there's so much songs out there, and
some of them just sound like they're made by committee. Like it just sound like a copy and paste song, copy and paste rhythm. Over the last couple months, you hear like 3 rhythm or sound the same.
Like it just.
You see me? And then something I'm really said that really connected when I'm said dance and like promote new young talent. I'm really pre that I say, you know, like look man, hip hop reached a place where the old man them say, yo, what kind of foolishness this like? Are the young youth them and the bigger companies them, the people, the powers that be them around to push the young youth them? Is it why isn't that the same in dancehall?
Because I think America has a thing of quick, new, the next hot thing. While Jamaica, we kind of want to preserve and.
But even so, we're not good at preserving because we hear people like Beanie Man complain about that.
That's true.
Even though Beanie Man case kind of iffy because, but it's like probably we're stuck somewhere in between. We don't know if we bust the youths them, but still preserve and honor the elder. Like we not around for this the elder man them to say, oh you.
That's true.
Is it me? So we think we're in this medium where, as me said, we don't know if we push the youth them or get push. I want to know if you respect the legend them come before.
The thing is too, and I hate playing politics is in everything. Like everything.
It transcends politics more than to Batmanism. Because me see some person comment and say, coming like some of them selector like a friendship them a beg and like yo you have to hitch up back at them and say yo.
And then it started off bad because once you do that for one. It's like everybody expect to do it. So one person do it, so them just assume that everybody else must do the same thing. Like for me, like that's why I said probably that's why when I get that sponsor. Because like I'm all about business. Like I really don't need to be a friend. Like if
is the shit good or not?
If not, then keep it moving. If it is, then let's
play friendship and
but then that's just a part of psychology too, you know, even so like you have to people would prefer to do business with people who they like and they know, you know. So even that's why networking is such an important thing, because you know, if this is my, like, if you're more likely, like I'm more likely to be with a guy who I'm introduced to by a friend than versus like some random person coming like,
oh, look here.
who the fuck? Get bye. But if you come through my friend, I'd be like, oh, okay, there's a
Came with a recommendation.
Right. So it
But we can bypass all of that. The recommendation is the social media tool itself, the sharing. When you say a friend, you see me?
But then some people
Share
love trick.
a piece of music.
Because you know, you have a couple people who can really trick social media and use it, like
You can
it's right.
game the system and that's how the fucker get promoted.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's some good fucker out there. You see that song named Lali?
Shout out to
The brother, Lali Imni, what the song there?
What's on sale?
Without tell a lie. We listen to the song.
Shout out to Ali.
We can't play it before. But enough. We don't want no strike. We don't play no more.
What's on sale?
If people look like it up to a level where they will strike. The first comment, busy. Fuckery. 44 like.
But you know
I
what?
know Chris Agona, but it kind of.
It is so melodious. Like you see,
It give me a potential kid vibe.
I saw it.
Sometimes the base simple things were just connect.
Yeah, and it not hard. Like it's not hard to consume. That's why even today, okay, that's why I'll forever be a fat ass because me love KFC. Like me love how KFC make me feel.
It's always food and sex with you.
Versus pretty much versus with a salad. I had a salad today from Wendy's.
Wow.
And it tastes
Golf clap.
like it just horrible, man. Like
Randy Watson clap.
like to me, even though it tastes good, like it just hard for consume. It just hard for take in. Like
I say sometimes fast food just good.
yeah, like sometimes like fast
Which is
food
what
is
this
good.
song is
Yeah.
basically. But
It's not hard for consume.
Yeah.
It just quick and easy. That's it. Me not really need nothing now. Like me not need for taste all. Like when me I eat the salad, it's so hard because yeah, try.
do that action there again. Yeah, eat the salad.
No, but it's some music. Sometimes you just need
But balance is
simple
key.
music.
You see me,
Yeah.
as we say, we are going to take it up on ourselves and more work. We give ourselves some work. So I say, yo, bust the youths, that the segment on him.
You know
Every
what
week
is
we have
so?
to pick a song we
Isn't
like.
it sometimes for you? Like when people see it's like, oh, I'm an artist and and like they make you listen to some songs and it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that right now.
You know what I mean?
Like I
Yeah.
really don't.
Like, me never like be handed CDs, you know.
Yeah, like I really
I
don't.
become Tony Stark, don't hand me nothing. Don't hand me anything. But I want a CD.
And it just feel difficult to me. Like,
I really think.
you know, but when you come upon something, it's like I love to meet up on something by accident. That's when I treasure it the most.
True.
Because even with dopamine, like the first time I heard dopamine, like
Yes.
I Jervis
Project.
me ear plate, yeah. I Jervis me hair plate. I mean, I said
Sound new, sound fresh.
dopamine, and like it just come upon me, and it's like, oh, cool.
Come
and
up on you for real. Got barefoot that you the same.
right? But then and I just treasure it more and I remember it more versus when somebody like us listen
Force
to
feed
that
or something.
song. Yeah.
I
Like,
know it not good. You know you don't like it, but it's being forced fed
on
on you.
you. And if you know me, anything get forced down on me is not. I will not enjoy it. Don't force me to do anything. Don't force me to listen. Don't force me to look like. Allow things to happen. You like to use the word organically, naturally. Allow it to happen. Because when that happens, you treasure it more. You like it more. You're more honest to your feelings with it versus somebody's like, But even though I don't have a problem, because sometimes like me get some songs like some people like me, I say, that's not my.
Yeah.
I'm more diplomatic in a sense. I'm like, that's.
I don't mind that.
That's not my speed. Nah,
Maybe for
I
somebody
like
else.
I like some part of it, but like I just
We need to become like Thanos, yeah, man. Balance. Create perfect balance. You see me?
Go watch
it
Infinity
hurt some
Wars.
people. But have the good of the universe.
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah.
God, no. But
Well, listen, chaos is coming from somebody who's still an underdog. We still have to fight every day for prove our worth every day. You just have to work. Like, no one cares unless you win.
True.
I don't know if you know about the Tanya Harding story with Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan, right? And I remember watching the movie and I said to you, really and truly, if she had won, her life would have been a different story. Like, no one cares about the sub story. Some people empathize, some people be like, oh yeah, it's true.
What you kind of do when you watch the movie and hear a story.
Yeah, some people will help in between, but really and truly, everybody are fight them own battles and everybody are try and make things to themselves. So as long as you try, don't quit, continue to make music that speaks to your soul. Don't even worry about other people. Do music that you are proud of and that speaks to your soul. I feel like everything else would be fine. It will fall in place. It not fall in place for me yet, but I'm just assuming I'm just spouting cliches. Eventually, you'll find the right ears. Eventually, you'll find the right people, and you make the impact that you want. Yeah.
We don't talk about bass, simple songs.
Yeah.
Speaking of, big up Dovey Magnum. No, Dovey Magnum song is very simple but yet effective.
No, Dovey Magnum song is, like you said, that is when them said the devil was irresponsible, or Lucifer was responsible, was the Satan was the angel of music. Really and truly, me don't know what kind of spirit Dovey conjure up for
the spirit of fuck.
That song, like every time you hear the song, you just want to hear the rhythm alone, dog. And it's like, oh, take off. What you want me? The pants? The top?
You want to feel
what?
Everything in her.
What?
You just look upon Dovey, you just say she love it. She love fuck. So, why you basically do a gospel cover of the song?
Oh my God.
A gospel cover. Chosen you them apparently him did enter Magnum King and Queens.
Magnums.
Shout out Kimmy. So people are give the song backlash. You look a bit tired. You're Mr. Shaky, man. Oh, watch Ari and Naro. What said? Yo, the camera get this. Watch that eating there, people. Yeah, Ari, took it a bit. Once the Jesus make him ball out. Once they want to feel heavy prayer hopping him.
Oh my God. Listen, okay, first of all, I think that's very clever. I think him using
You actually think it's clever?
Wait, first of all, let me say. I think the Christians have to try very creative ways to try and connect to the heathens like me out there.
True.
You know, you have to use what they know, what they're familiar with. And if that Dovey Magnum song was one of the biggest songs for last year, this year, I feel like
toward the tail end of last year, coming into this year.
She had that song connected with women, and once you connect with women, the man never go and play, can they want to connect with woman, right? So Christians have to find really creative ways to connect to outside people who aren't already in the church.
This ain't it though.
So
this ain't it though.
So, well, because I'm a couple Christians are like, probably a couple Christians who don't know the song.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a nice
song.
That's a nice
little tune. But when them hear the original,
when me know, well, even though me ear say you want Jesus, Jesus name in my ball out. Me I think
I want to feel every prayer up in him.
Like, I want to feel it, but like me just sing Dovey Magnum raw version. Like,
exactly.
That's what I'm hearing in the back of my head. The rhythm is so synonymous with ball out. Like, no other song, good or bad or anything in between, would connect on that rhythm. It really wouldn't.
A song that embodies
sex.
Sin.
Sex is not a sin.
To Christians, so Christians
well,
it is. A song that embodies fornication, adultery.
Fornication.
Me sure people adulticate to that song. Me just make up the word up. But just come by the two word. Yeah. This ain't it. I mean, I have no problem with gospel reggae, gospel dancer. I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Is him in terms of
if you had
using the argument what some people would use and say, oh, he's using dancehall gospel. That's the argument what people use for dancehall reggae. So, okay. Dancehall gospel reggae. I'm using different line, fishers of men, have to do different blah 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 blah. Fair and fine. But you see, because the song what I'm choose. Wrong song, bro.
Like, all me hear is
if people hear this in a church and them know the original song, you have people are wind up on the pastor in a church. And I'm sure that's not.
Oh, you fuck me so good, B.
You see?
So I know
you gotta have some pastor secret to bust out. In a church. Oh! I knew it.
Yo. I don't know.
Reverend Blair did a fuck that sister.
Why did I have to say Blair? You know that's a popular pastor. What the fuck
exactly,
did I have to say
difficult pastor there. Oh,
you
man,
could have said
Blair.
pastor just said
yeah, them problem, yeah.
Like some
and them problem,
name.
yeah, Papi mother have with him, Stop calling Pastor Blair's name. We're sure the only pastor name him know. So that's
oh my god. Let me use a meme and say, no, the killing of the like with that song. Then people cut it when say Popcorn said, no, the killing of the fan that.
Sweet.
Christians when they hear this song, no, the killing of the fan that. No, listen.
I know it this one.
I know it. I know that your intentions are pure, and I knew that you were trying to get people who out in the world who know the song, and you probably want to sing a cleaner version of that song. But for people who like me, who listen to the song like once a day, like
who knows? Probably the man do this as a troll, and it probably worked to the effect that he wanted it to. He want people talk about him. Well,
that's true.
So if that is the case, then it worked.
Wouldn't have spoken about
So I never remember who Chosen is. Who is he? Who? We need to ask for so we can have that queued up. Ooh. That's the only thing.
Listen, man, artist. But then this is just again what the
forget. I think tie into what we are talking about.
Yeah.
I think artists have to forget people attention.
But then you're in a business of trying to get attention, because true. Everybody is doing what you're like. Millions of people are doing what you do.
And so if you do it through song, all the better. You never do it through antics per se.
Right.
Gimmickry.
Yeah.
Even though this is kind of a gimmick.
No, because you know what? But as I said, if you listen to the song, you see that he's talented.
There's
because he's a good
a bit
songwriter.
Of creativity had to go into it.
He's a good songwriter, and he's him can write him good. Yeah, but it's just that you just know Bawl Out, and you cannot disassociate the song from the rhythm. You cannot disassociate Bawl Out from the rhythm there. Yeah. So I should have probably used a different rhythm, not Bawl Out. It's wrong.
I know, so they're long enough for blah 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 now. Your buzz will soon start up. We need to cut people.
Right.
Give thanks.
Thanks again to Alive for hosting us today.
Formerly known as Club Famous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you have a song that you wanted to preview for the people then?
Yeah, true, no other things.
Just but said the name of the song and let them go search for it.
Alright.
Who's the artist? Where you know them from?
As a Lineage. Yes, as a Lineage. Shock Out featuring Rima Rush Jukes. Alright. So you can go research the song. That would have been the song me would have played to the for the Boss Youth segment.
That's reggae.
Reggae mixed with a bit of hip hop bars in it too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciate the bars. As a young lady who do our thing, received the song in our email. It was one of the many songs that we received in our email that wasn't fucker. I decided to give it a chance, and it sounded good to me. So probably take you out with a song there in the podcast in a post. And one can look it up, of course, and give it a listen. I like this song. I'm like the young girl who I do I think though. You like women? I do. You like women? I just want one of them to break my virgin. Not this Rasta girl. Boy. Not one news already miss out. Okay. Sad. Not that Rasta. One news already miss out. Transition into sadness. R.I.P. Nika Chromatic. Yeah. Condolence. I believe the funeral is this weekend or next weekend or June. Next week. Big up Spooky. Strong, man. Can't
Listen,
imagine,
like,
bro.
it sucks. No one wants to know that your loved one dies, but
And
you
on
have to
top of
remain
that, you know
strong
the
to
story.
it.
If you know her, I know the story of her family.
Yeah. But she said that it was so unexpected. I mean,
because
she knew he
doing
was
well.
sick, but he seemed like he was recovering and...
Remind me eerily of J. Capri.
God.
Because when she met into the accident and with the hair, and then with the hair, like, say, oh, she's doing well and recovering, man, and out of nowhere.
Or she died.
You know?
But, I mean, we know the cliches. It's gonna be okay. Just a part of life. But grieve, Kimberly. I know it's rough, and the kids, you know, you have 2 kids to carry on and live on, to carry on Spooky name. And I guess all I can say is just stay strong. You've shown your strength throughout. From last year I met her, she's shown her strength and to show her to be a very good woman and a good spouse to him, you know. So just
I saw a great deal of people engaging in finger pointing and
listen. This is not the time for it. Time to grieve,
Real
remember his legacy, and just
give her some strength, give the family some strength.
Yeah.
And time for finger point and say you
Yeah.
So
Right.
R.I.P. Nico Chromatic. Give thanks to everybody that has been sending us encouraging messages.
After a while, it was getting a little sad because everybody it's like,
after a while, I'm kind of tuning out. It's not because you see me.
I'm sad now. I cannot deal with this.
I just, you know what, big up everybody what, you see me, send us words of encouragement and they miss the show. People say, yo, evening time are nice without listening to the pan radio, and like that was the shocking part. People actually listen to pan radio. People who was to do it for the YouTube, but a good number of people say, oh, they miss it on the radio, and people say, yo, I didn't even know taxi, like a brother will go, I'm in a taxi, I take taxi enough, I say, yo, taxi man, them listen to enough that whenever I phone the time, usually the pan New Star 9 FM I listen to, so
I didn't even know this, but it's things like this in after, like when you see, so you must give people them roses when them alive, you know, and not when them dead.
Because most of what we usually tune ourselves into, oh no, I fuck her.
That's all we know.
I kind of push this.
That's all we know. That's really all we know.
But I go and they don't know there are some loyal members of Fix Nation out there.
Yeah.
And just continue to take the journey.
And I just want to say on record that we have an amazing group of people who've been by our side.
True.
Burns is the longest member of the Nightly Fix team. He was the first. He's our DJ.
I'm our DJ.
Yeah. And he's been with us when there was nothing to some things to a little. Shout out to Brian. He was our first videographer.
We got Brian, even though we're pre. We're pre wicked bad. But we got Brian, man. Up to what they message me and say, oh, I'll go on for the podcast. Him there far now. That was our first videographer, by the way.
And shout out to Javish. Again, she was the first host. And, you know, she's now our moderator. You see more of her when everything kind of figure itself out and sort out. Again, this is just... It's really kind of test a podcast and to see how you guys would receive it.
A fresh start. If you will. Get it?
I guess it.
That'll be the name of my podcast.
No, it will not. No, it will not.
That'll be the name of that episode.
Oh,
fresh
episode.
start.
Okay,
yeah, fresh start.
Sure. So I just want to say thanks.
New star preference, people. Come on. No,
can I just thank?
I'm just giving
thank
context
you,
to the joke. I
Javi.
explain the joke and lay it out further.
Kim as well. Thank you so much.
Big up,
You just come on board. You come on board.
I in the second year.
Yeah.
Third year.
Yeah. But I have to say a big thank you to you, Matthew Jervis, for all of your help. You've been not just our videographer, but your technical support and
I get this podcast thing off.
Yeah. So
anything wrong with the sound, anything wrong with the video, I'm just blaming people. You know, have a source to blame now, right? We know the parade now, no model and say, who for blame, them or the radar? No, him or the person for blame now when anything go wrong.
Well, no, I really want to say a big thank you to Jervis because he take Nightly Fix as a part of his thing, and you know he's working on it night and day, helping us come up with ideas on how to improve and to be better. And you really need good people around you, and we are some young people, and we're just trying and we're doing what we can do, and it's awesome when you have good people around you to support you. So
With
nothing, they're getting nothing. We don't pay these people.
wrap up
thank you.
a concession speech. I said.
Wow.
I wrap it up. Give me one call out some more names. Web Conscience, Taurus Riley.
Yeah.
Big up Chucky, big up yourself.
Yeah.
Roddy, big up yourself. Stand up in a building, big up yourself. There's one
I want
more
to say
artist.
thanks to Shadow.
Big up Shadow. You
Yes.
stay in our shadows. You know our day night.
Yeah,
So.
thank you so much, sir, for more
Shadow,
than
big up yourself.
what you know.
Work I put in. Big up
Who
Shadow.
else?
Who is there? There's one person who. Big up Tifa.
Tifa, right?
Big up Tifa. Somebody else I'm forgetting. And just about people been reaching
Travis,
out to.
the two Andres that we met.
Yes.
Yeah.
Babe,
Brandon and Julian Ford.
Big up Unosa. Big up Julian Ford, the sprinter.
Brandon.
Big up reggae music forever. Big up reggae talk on their podcast.
Yeah, so
there's an inspiration.
check out
their podcast as
Reggae
well.
Talk. They're really more about
They got deep cuts with the
with
music.
the reggae. Yes,
They got
we
deep
are
cuts.
going to be more pop culture.
We are gonna be the fucker. we are gonna be the fucker.
Listen, what you say? Balance.
Yeah,
balance.
You see,
So
big up them one day, you see me? Them inspire me too.
yeah.
that's
There's so
about
much
it.
more. You know
Whole
what?
heap of
Big up
people.
to Shawnee B too.
Big up Shawnee B from UK.
Him
BBC,
show we love
one
too.
extra.
Thank you guys. I mean everybody. We'll if we remember you. Thank you again to the club Alive and to Philip and his team for opening up your doors for us when it's just maybe we want to do something, maybe
not.
You know, thank you for being on board from the very beginning and you know, come over to Portmore, guys. I know this isn't really, you know, buzzers, but fun. Adults like to have fun too. So come enjoy the gaming fun, gaming arcade, buzzers.
Better than anything in our town.
Come eat better than anything at all.
Real
right?
talk.
Come eat at End Zone and come club with us at Alive.
Anything of its kind in town, buzzers better than.
Supersede it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play laser tag now, by the way.
That's why I itch for going on.
Yeah.
Anyway.